thinks a bailout would be a big mistake. He joins us now. A big mistake, why, Congressman?
Well, it's a big mistake because this is our best opportunity to get real reform. And the big three automakers are just not in a position to compete with the other manufacturers in the country and the world. And if we don't get these concessions now, we have a new Congress that's seated in January and a new president sworn in January 20th. They are committed to supporting and bailing out the unions and the environmental regulations on these vehicles. Those two things are being subsidized by taxpayers, making a lot less than the United Auto Workers are today.
You think the unions are getting too much of a break? That's sticking in your craw, in other words.
I'm waiting for them to offer the first real dollar in concessions. I haven't seen one single real dollar. The job banks was already negotiated to eventually go away. I'm seeing them sitting on between $150 and $200 billion in pension plans that are out there, not $1 of it at risk. So what's my level of confidence that they believe that they're going to have viable companies to work for if they're not willing to put any of their skin in the game? Plus, there's no wage concessions. At least back in '79, there were real wage concessions, $400 and some million of them. And altogether, the Chrysler came up with over $2 billion in concessions. That'd be over $20 billion today. I'm looking for the first dollar again, John.
Well, we just heard at the top of the hour Joel Kaplan, the Deputy White House Chief of Staff, talking about the provisions that have been built into this proposal that the White House seems to like. He talked about all these sticks in line with the carrot and stick approach that would require that these loans be paid back, etc. I mean, I'm sure the White House is going to be dialing your line if they haven't already. Have you talked to them?
Not directly about this subject matter, although I've been there a couple times in the last 2 days. But really, look at the history of this. The automakers came to town without a plan. They got sent home to produce a plan. They emailed the plan to the Capitol on a Monday. On the following Tuesday, the United Auto Workers met, and on the following day, they issued their concessions that weren't concessions. They're still playing a game here with us. We need to get down to the real plan that will be a viable operation. I want to save them, but we can't do it unless we can get it negotiated now. But if we have to sit here all the month of December, I'm willing to do that. This isn't the plan today. It's only a promise.
It's obvious, Congressman, that the party that you're part of, the Republicans, are in the minority on Capitol Hill. I mean, if the Democrats want to do this in the House, you can't stop them, can you?
We can't relieve and effectively slow them down today because it's not coming through a committee process. There won't be a legitimate debate. This operation in the House of Representatives has essentially become whatever Nancy Pelosi decides. The process is subordinate to her judgment on whether there'll be debate or amendments. So no, all we can do is appeal to the public to realize what's going on and ask them to weigh in. They have shut down the switchboards in the past. They may do that again.
Yeah, I was home in Colorado over the weekend. I heard a lot of talk about people not being too happy. Congressman Steve King, Republican from Iowa. Thanks.
Thank you, John. Thanks, John.